Hi everyone, I'm Harry in here with my friend Chenny as this is our presentation on Marbu as the project during the semester, which it is a musical instrument or sound element. Our concept comes from Vision Australia that led us to develop our idea in the musical area. So here is our first information. The research on vision impaired people inspired us to design an experience for children that relates to implementation of sound, as people with severe loss can accurately judge the distance of nearby sound, potentially putting them more at risk of injury. Therefore, we aim to design an activity that trains their hearing sense and allows children to be familiar with the sound at a young age. To start off the project, we did a lot of research about the area that Vision Australia provide us with, which are outdoor, transition, main area, or indoor, as well as picking the one that really interests us. We had brainstormed various ideas on each area that will result 5 activities or applications for each, as you can see from our slides. So in indoor we got a device form and inform, which is it says here what you touch. When you touch it, your tactility can create a sound. And a new digital instrument, when you drop a marble to the plate, it has pressure sensor that can create a light or sound. And then plant connects, it is by process of bioelectrical and photosynthetic activity of plants. It can turn on a light and then create a sound. And then for emojis, it is a sensor captures that every vibration to interact with the user, as it is a simple device to use. And the other device is Power Robot, which this is shield like robot that can interact and healing loneliness people or isolation with dementia. With the antibacterial fur, it has 5 sensors except of tasting sensors. Move to the transition, we got pioneer stairs within the mall. It is inspired from Siam Paragon. These stairs can turn the light on while you stepping on it because of the pressure sensor in it. And then digital footlock, it is similar, but it is more complicated due to it follow the pattern of the ground that you're stepping on. And then this one is we put pressure sensors that detect the people, so they can encourage their smelling senses to direct the people with vision impaired to walk the way. And then the transition landmark is a laser and gathering area that we would like to design, which it is inspirative and have to be communicative and relaxing. And also we would like to put interactive system, which is, for example, Amazon Alexa, which is it is a very communicative and interactive device to guide our body. And for the outdoor we would like to invite a zoologist expert as additional educational activity to let our friend be friend with animals and have a sense of it. And then musical sidewalks, it is similar with the pressure sensor things, which is, but this one creating a sound when you're stepping on it. And then sensory garden, to using a plants or that create smells, and then with a different texture to encourage their tactility and smelling senses. For the other sensory garden, a realistic park in lower scales that allow the vision impaired people to create and practice their technologies day to day by skill. At the end of the day, the main area is the one that we put most interest because we want to propose something that related to music or the element of sound. Therefore, the main area is suitable with this field due to it does not have to do much motion as required from the main area. It is really effective to emphasize the music that does not disrupt it with the external factors like two others areas. At first, we are trying to create an activity that could engage our vision impaired body to play and show their talent. On the other hand, our target audiences are 5 to 7 years old or below, so they do not have much knowledge and ability to interact with complicated objects. Therefore, we introduce you Marble. It is an experience, a journey for kids to have fun and actively interact with the device. Marble is a device that transports marbles along the given trails while producing different tone and sound depending on its movement. And for the second chapter, I will pass it to my friend Chenny.
Thank you, Harry. So, chapter 2 is the development phase of Marble. To start off, we create a mind map to explore the activity ideas that we think are suitable for audience at a younger age. We then create an inspiration mood board to show the audience where we got our inspirations from. And for the first version of Marble Machine, we got our inspirations from four different areas. The first one being the bamboo fountain, the second one, the marble machine, the third one, we got our string elements from the harp, the fourth one, we got the hammer element from Yangqing. We then play around with the mechanism of marble, creating simple sketches like these and marking the rails and the gears out with different colors. We then try to imitate what the kids will go through when they interact with marble. So we create a storyboard. First off, the kids will spin a spinner, and the automata system would then lift the marble up to the top rail. The marbles would then roll down and then drop into a bamboo-like hammer. The bamboo hammer would then hit the string, creating a sound, and the marble would then roll back towards the user from a lowered rail. And here is a overview of the first version of Marble Machine. Here are some different views of the Marble Machine without any colors. These are perspective views when the colors are applied. From the first proposal, we got a lot of comments and feedback, and we try to utilize these feedback to improve our activity. And the first one being the dangerous gears that is consistently exposing to the audience. The second one being the dimension is too large, which makes it not ergonomically comfortable for kids to interact with. Third one being the color selections, as it's not aesthetically appealing or aesthetically attractive towards younger audience. The fourth one being the most important one, in my opinion, is the poor user experience, as the only way the kids are going to interact with the first version of Marble Machine is by spinning the handle. However, in the beginning of this project, we aim to incorporate interactiveness throughout the whole activity, not just one part. So there's a lot of improvements that could be made for the user experience. Moving on to chapter 3, which is the polishing stage of Marble. This is the final design proposal of Marble. As you can see, there's a lot of changes that have been made, most noticeably being the rails are designed drastically different from the previous version. We also changed the scale of Marble, the height being only 750 millimeter, making it ergonomically comfortable for kids, for younger audience. However, the principle of how Marble works is still fairly similar, and I will be explaining that in a later section. These are some CAD models, a close-up view of the newer version of Marble. The safety aspect. So gears with safety covers to prevent younger audience to safety aspect. In the new version of Marble, the gears are covered in clear, transparent acrylic to prevent children from injuries while also providing a visual presentation to their guardians or anyone with a better sight. Color scheme. We also try to implement more bright colors, for example, blue, red, pink, or yellow. This is to create a sense of lively vibe. User experience, which is arguably the biggest improvement that we have made when compared to the previous version, as the newer version of Marble allows the audience to interact with Marble throughout the whole activity. We have also added multiple interactive elements in the newer version of Marble, one of it being the top picture right here, which is the spinning sphere. It will make a 360-degree spin when it hits the marbles. When a marble hit it, depending on the material of the sphere, it will produce different sound. The way kids interacted with it is by sliding the sphere and changing the location of this device. They could change the location by sliding it on along the frame, the middle frame, and there is 3 spinning sphere in total. It therefore allowing a kid to create a simple rhythm. Another feature that we added was the stairs that have different height and length. These stairs also have paddings of different materials. Therefore, when marbles travel through it, create different sounds. These padding could also be changed as there are slot engraved within the rails. Therefore, the process of changing the paddings are relatively easy. You just push the padding out and then slot in another one. Moving on to storyboard, as I've mentioned, the principles are still similar to the previous version. First, the child spin the spinner. The automata system would then lift the marbles traveling the rails first meeting the 3 spinning sphere, then reach the stairs with a longer length. After it will reach the stairs with shorter length. The marbles is then dropped through a funnel. While the process of the marbles dropping in the funnels also create a natural sound. As you could imagine, when the marbles going from an outer layer, slowly spinning, increasing, accelerating to the middle point, it creates those natural sound of 2 different materials, creating friction. Therefore, it's also a point of interactions also. The balls then falls from the funnel to the lower track. Then the marbles is then travel towards the user again from the lower track. Before reaching the end, it will hit a hanging pitch ball, creating a signal that it has reached the end of its cycle. Lastly, future application. If Marble gets a chance for further development, it could be much more interactive and influential. The concept could be implemented on a larger scale, keeping the main principle of Marble while changing the interacting parts. For example, modifying a trail around a room and adding more sliding, touching, hearing elements for the audience to be actively involved, similar to a Rube Goldberg journey. At the end of the day, we are satisfied with the outcome of Marble, and we believe that Marble is a successful project that could be manufactured for greater purpose. If you dig deeper into Marble, Marble possesses many characteristics that are important for early age child development, including attributes like entertainment, education, observation, encouragement, and self-discipline. And that's us. Thank you for listening.